edit comments, and we are passing the post ID and the post array. So yep, so semicolon, 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 and then we're going to have the post class, new posts, and we should have the post ID. That's what I did, post ID, and then we are going to be like adding comments, editing comments for a post, and so on. So we'd have a comment array, this comments, this one here, right? So we're going to have the array noun, and that would have the author of the comment as one parameter. Let's say the author is me, and the body of the comment, right? So the body of the comment would be, this is a fun comment, right? And now we could try to do this post add comment, and then we'll just be passing the comments array, right? That's one. We could also edit comments and add comments. So we are getting comments, and as well we can always edit this readme file. Like if we keep going and we think we need to add more functions and more stuff, then we can come here to edit it, right? So get comments for now. This is just like the very basics. So for the get comments, we are going to be using just the same way we did with the post. So we are trying to get all comments, but because it's probably going to be like a lot. Let's say in a blog we could have 2 million comments, so you don't want to be pulling that amount of data on a platform at once. It's going to make things really slow. That is if you can even get it to display on a browser or on a mobile app, for instance. So we are going to have offset and limits just to be able to pull like the first 20 comments or the first 100 comments, and then go from there. And then edit comments. So with edit comments, we have the comment ID and the comment array. Post edit comments, and then we have the comment ID, and then we have the comments, which is the comment array above, as you can see, right? I think what this means, if you're passing the comment ID here, so it means that we should have an ID node here, don't you think? And let's call this one. So I think everything is looking pretty okay. What do you think? It's looking nice so far, at least for now. We're going to always edit this and add more stuff to the readme file eventually, but for now. So that is that. Then the only other thing I think we need to do before we actually get right into the coding would be to require some dependencies. Remember dev dependencies here. All right, remember autoload dev, and so on. We talked about like 3 or 4 tutorials ago. So now what we'll do is we'll need two things. We're going to be needing what is it called, faker php. It's just going to like, it's a package just like this package we're developing. It's just a package that would help us test stuff, right? Help us test stuff. So it's going to kind of let's go to faker php. It is this is it. So it's a library that generates fake data for you. So we'll be needing that fake data to be able to like write our unit tests, right? So there are times when you don't want to actually populate data like this. So this is fake data, right? And what we are doing now is that we're actually writing it out. What if we want to test for like 100 comments, right, in our unit test? So we need to use faker and then it will generate stuff for us. Just don't worry, you see how that works. Simple stuff. Um, so we have composer require dev, and then the vendor name is faker php and the package name is faker, and that should install faker installing symphony. So these are dependencies that faker depends on. So yeah, it's installing that 6% done. Don't know why it's taking that much time. Weird. Okay, that is done. Now if you look at our composer.json file, you'll be able to see faker php, which is just what we installed now. And I think the other thing that we would need as well would be, it's also going to be a dev dependency, would be pest php. So let's go to pest. I am just going to do this here, pest php. So this is it, elegant PHP testing framework. We could use PHP unit as well, but let's use this. This is a lot better. So get started. This is what we need. So I'm just going to copy this straight up, and paste it here. Installing, and when that is done, we're going to run this next, and the purpose of this is to initiate it, vendor being pests init. So it's to initiate the pests PHP actually. Like, I think it's mostly kind of like copy the file. I don't really know how it works internally, but like that is not our business. That's not my business as well. Well, my business is to use it. So when that is done, installing done. So we're going to now initiate it here. So I'm just copying stuff. Like, it's not every time that you have to type. So just copy this, paste it in the vendor, in the command line, and then can you quickly start our GitHub? Nope. Thank you. So I believe we have pest initialized, created tests, PHP, and example. So I'm going to just, okay, so there it is. So you can see the two files that pest PHP created. So you can see example is just like showing you how stuff can actually work, and then these are just configuration files, to be honest. Like, we don't really need these. To make sure that we're not missing out anything, I would reload this from disk. Okay, so there is everything is here. PHP unit.xml. Do I need that? Yeah, for now. Okay, so we're just going to leave this as well. So this is what we would do next. Remember when I said that in the scripts, I already added it while we're addressing composer.json. In the script here, I added this script, this test, and it was referencing vendor being pest, which is vendor being pest. Instead of, anytime we can actually do, okay, let me show you what I meant that time. We could do this whenever we want to run a test, or the tests, the unit test. We could do this on the app. See, test example. So this is the test that just ran now, and it passed. One test passed, right? But because we already have it in our composer, instead of doing that, bring up my terminal, we'll do this instead. This is just long, right? Composer test. This is more intuitive, composer test. So it runs this. So I think we have everything we need to actually get started with coding, actual coding. So interesting times. I think I should push this to Git at this point, so you see what we've done. Oh, this is the file that I was looking for. PHP unit results catch. We don't need this stuff. It's going to, mess with your this catching stuff is going to mess with your whole test and make things difficult for you. So we need to delete it. Has to go. Have to go. Yeah, gone. Then let's see again. Terminal, git status. Okay, so we're adding git add everything. Commit. The git message would be let's say readme file and dev dependencies. So just whatever really, but has to at least present what we did. Dependencies. You know this stuff, but just in case, right? Then git status again. Yep. So pushing, pushed. So let's go and see what we've done so far. So you can see the test 22 seconds ago, and this is our readme file. So stuff is looking cool, and this should actually reflect something differently. I think I'm missing something here. I don't know what it is I'm missing. No worries, it's fine, it's completely fine. Yeah, okay. So next steps, let's start building this stuff out. Cool. Let's create the blog class, the singleton class. Explained why it's a singleton class. Blog. Yep. Add. So we're going to have a namespace. I'm just going to pull this up on my screen, and the namespace would be, to get the namespace, the proper namespace, this is what we are using. Practice blog post, right? Remember PSR4. Remember, if you don't, go and check out my second tutorial, first or second video on this course. You'd understand why I'm coming here to pick this. So practice namespace would be practice blog post. Yep, that should do it. Oh, backward slash. Okay, then we need contracts, right? We need contracts, and what I mean by that is we need to create a block contract that would actually, if you know what contracts, we have different type of classes. We have concrete classes and we have abstract classes. So a contract class is like an abstract class that would it's just like a model for the class, not the actual class, just like a model for the class that has these functions here. Right? So we're going to create a block contract, then extend that contract. So then